how's it going? Steven here. So today we're going to be unboxing the HFK motorcycle DVR dash camera. This is the HM603 model that also comes with a tire monitoring system and a remote control on your handlebar. This is extremely exciting to me because it's got a 2K dual camera system, one pointing to the front, one pointing to the back. It's got night vision, great low light visibility, and it's got 128 gigabytes of built-in storage. Like I said before, it's able to wirelessly connect to a tire monitoring system, so you can look at the pressure status of your tires right from the dashboard. Camera angle is at 150 degrees, so it's really wide angle, and it's also got GPS trackback, which means if you got lost, you can track exactly to where you were before. So yeah, this thing is super exciting. Let's get this opened up. HFK installation guide. Okay. Oh wow. So the screen is a lot smaller than I thought what it would be. I thought it was a 6-inch screen, but it's only a 3-inch screen. However, as long as it, displays information that you need to see bright enough during the day, I think that would be no problem. 2 of these should be for cameras and the other one should be for power. Makes sense. You also have a reset button over here. This uses GPS and the Beidou system. And then I think you have your SD card here. You do need a little screw to kind of open it. So far, everything's well built. Everything feels very nice, well built. Okay, it's the 2K camera. Remember to take this off. Let's see how long the wiring is. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So I did this loop like 4 times. Yeah, that's more than enough. I think that one should reach to the back while this one goes to the front, because this one's much shorter. Yeah, see, this one's much shorter, so I'm guessing this one's for the front. Okay. This is for the mount. So they're giving you 2 mounts over here. So you have one of the mounts here and one of the mounts here, and the adhesives. So I'm guessing you're supposed to tape this side to the motorcycle, and then you have your wiring. This is for your electricity, your power wiring. What's going on here? It's probably different types of tools that we need. It's kind of different sized rings to be mounted on your handlebars, and you have a few zip ties over here, and then the GoPro mount. I'm guessing this is for the mounting plate to mount this thing on it. And then you have this thing, which is also part of the mounting plate, and then you have this thing, which is also part of the mounting system. Very comprehensive. They included a lot of parts and everything's kind of separated clearly, so it's easy to understand what the hell I am doing right now. Also, I'm gonna open this thing up. This is the remote. Alright, very good packaging. Open this up and we have the remote here. Very clicky buttons, very well made. It feels very solid. And then we have a mounting system. I'm gonna keep this mounting system separate from this one, just in case I get things mixed up. And then we have the tire monitoring pressure monitoring system. This is probably the most important thing that I think is in here. That very nice, very cool looking. And a little tools also included as well. Beer bottle opener too, so just in case when you're done with this tool, you can use it as a beer opener. That's pretty awesome. Pretty excited. Let's get this thing installed on the motorcycle. Just in case you don't know, this thing will probably not work on an electric motorcycle. This will only work on normal motorcycles because you do need to place these 2 wires on the positive and negatives of your battery, and then this side connects to that. Cool, very simple. I'm gonna take this thing over here just to kind of show you how the wiring is going to go. Most likely what you're gonna have here is like a positive, negative, and a neutral. So this goes onto the battery. So let's just pretend this goes onto the battery. And then what I have here is a red line, and this red line will then connect to the red portion of this monitor. Notice there's 2 yellow lines, and the 2 yellow lines will then be like this. 1 light connecting to the yellow to the front, and 1 light connecting to the yellow to the back. Very simple, straightforward. Let's get this installed. Okay, 2011 R1, how to get to the batteries real quick. go to the back seat, lift up the back seat, and you see Allen wrench keys, bolts. There's one over here and one over here. So do that real quick and untie them. Both screws are removed. So now we can just remove the back seat, and that will reveal the battery and the tool set. I don't know why you need a tool to get to the tool set, but hey, that's 2011 Yamaha for you. Okay, so once we're here, I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna remove the positive as well, so I can put the wiring in here. The only thing is, this part is stripped by the previous owner, so I'm gonna need to use one of these things to loosen it up. There is an accessory wire here somewhere that only powers up when the bike is turned on. At this point, I don't know where it is, and I think it's going to be with a fuse box, like all the way in the front. I gotta remove the front fairing, so I don't want to do that right now. So for the duration of this test, I'm going to put the accessory wire and the positive wire on both on the same thing. So it's going to drain the power, but then I'm going to unplug the device. So it's going to be effectively the same thing. If I like it, then I'm going to go back and find the fuse and then put the accessory wire on the accessory line. But for the duration of the test, I'm going to put both the positive and the accessory wire on this portion, on the positive end. Okay, cool. So the orange one is the accessory wire. I'm going to put it to the positive. The red one is the positive. I'm going to put it here. And the black one is negative or ground. So I'm going to put it here. Once I put this on and turn on the key, it should turn on. But just beware, this is not the most optimal way to do it, because you need to find the accessory wire here. Otherwise, the system is going to be constantly drawing power, which is not good. Okay, so the wirings are connected. Now the next step is to put this thing, wire it all the way up to the front and connect it to the dash. And that's really it. Okay, so as soon as I plug in the power, so basically there's this cable right here. As soon as you connect them, the power goes on. Of course, I haven't connected the camera yet, so it's just gonna say check your front and rear cameras. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. So it's good to know that these are working. Okay, so the thing is, on the R1, there's really not a place to put this kind of, there's really no place to put this kind of attachment. So what I did is I'm just going to put this bar thing over here and then attach it that way. And hopefully that will work. Okay, we just got this thing onto the ball bearing. Looks pretty good so far. So yeah, now I'm going to start attaching the cameras over here. Yeah, because if I place it over here, it's not going to stick. So best is to place it on the side like this, and then place the camera slightly tilted so that it's actually leveled. Yep. And then I got the wiring coming back up already. Okay, now I got the system working. Both nodes are powered. The dash is also powered. Both cameras are powered. I just haven't routed the wires yet. That's the front. Oh, and that's the rear. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that's the rear and that's the front. It's pretty cool, and it shows you all the telemetry data. And this shows that it's currently being recorded. Okay, I'm just gonna go wire everything up, route all the wires, and we should be done. Okay, so I'm done with the wirings. Let's start it up. So this is the power unit, a cable unit. It's connected to the positives and the negative, and then the rear camera line and the power line is kind of routed on the side of the motorcycle and then comes back up. The front goes all the way down to the front camera. It's right here. Looks really good. comes back up, connected to this unit, and then the camera goes back. The rear camera goes all the way back through the rear seat, and then kind of sits over here. There's no space in the rear for the R1 to place the camera, so on top it's like the only spot. Alright, since I plugged the accessory cable into the power unit, I have to unplug it every time I don't use it, so that avoids the unit being draining the battery the entire time, which is pretty simple. I don't ride this thing very often, you know, once every 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I'm gonna plug it in. Once I plug it in, the power should come on. You can already see the power button. In the winter, I'll probably have to remove this whole unit just because there might be phantom drain, even if I remove this. But I will kind of try to test this. I'll try to test whether it's any phantom drain or not by bringing what's called the thing that checks electricity voltage. So I'll try to do that. Let me see. You can't really see it here, but this is the rear and this is the front. Okay, I changed the settings on my camera, so now you can see it. This is the rear and this is the front. I'm actually inside the storage unit, and then it shows you very interesting stuff, like this is how long the recording has gone on, and this little blinking red dot shows you that it is recording, and it's recording in QHD, which is 2K 30 for both the front and for both the back and the front. It shows my altimeter, which I'm at roughly 4,000 feet. And then there's GPS, HPA, horsepower per minute. I don't know what that does. And then there's also GPS that shows you direction. It shows you my power level, battery power level. This thing doesn't have any battery, so I don't know what this battery is about. So I'm gonna put on the screen what this one is. It might be my actual bike battery, SD card, and 73 degrees. It is 346. Is it 346? It's like 246, so it's like an hour off. And I'm gonna cycle this. So main menu is gonna say that it's recording my current speed. I think it shows you this telemetry data when it's connected to the satellites, but it's not really connected to the satellites right now. But then I also do have my standard dashboard for that. Okay, this shows you all different types of telemetry data, your height, your direction, and then this is also telemetry data, trip meter. But overall, the unit looks pretty nice. It's actually recording. I'm gonna put the seat on, the back cover on, and then the seat on, and then go for a test ride. And then after the test ride, I'm going to make sure everything's working. Doing gear 1, maybe doing 30, 40 right now. 30, 40 right now. How do I sound? Alright, so now I'm at highway speeds going close to Okay, so now that I'm done with the ride, what I'm gonna do is to just unplug this. Super easy, and this is gonna turn itself off. Cool. And it's done.